Oh, mine was a little sooner.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Intuitive Wonderland. I am your host, Dr. Katie Williams.
I'm your host, Melody Anderson.
And we are here to talk about woman stuff.
Women's stuff. Women's health.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what we can do to support it, whether it's supportive, all the ins and the outs of perimenopause and menopause.
Yes. And we decided to go live on my Facebook as well. So.
Yeah. So we're in both places right now.
Yes.
We just finished the gateway, which was really powerful.
It sure was. It was really, really powerful. My mind is still blown. I loved it.
It was great. Like, Mel had like an emotional response.
Yes.
So there was a lot bubbling up.
Yeah.
And the thunder.
Oh my gosh, my stomach was growling like crazy. And I was near tears through quite a bit of it, which is weird for me because the perimenopause and menopausal process has been so mild for me.
Yeah.
So I was surprised to have such an emotional release.
My journey is the opposite. It's been very intense for me and unexpected.
Right.
So we have very different journeys, which is nice because it's offering a well-rounded conversation for us to have with everybody. We aren't doing the drawing again, are we?
Oh. I haven't even noticed if anybody has said gateway.
Has anybody been saying gateway me on the YouTube videos?
Oh,
if you, continue to do so if you're doing it. We definitely will do a drawing. We said we would.
We will.
So we will.
But our menopausal brains forgot.
For real, it's been intense. The
been
past several weeks have been a lot.
It certainly has been. Yeah.
Just in my personal life, like a lot of things been going on, and just and the hormone stuff.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
We promise we will do it. So please gateway me if you want to be included in the drawing. We will take care of that when we get around to it.
Yes, please.
And I do want to say the Patreon is not yet up and launched, but all of our gateways are going to be on Patreon. And I definitely encourage you guys to check it out. You can do a 7-day free trial. So, there's nothing on there yet, but once we do get it on, they could just, binge in 7 days if they wanted to.
Sure.
Just get through it all.
Get through it all.
But hopefully you see some value in having that experience because we're going to be doing it regularly.
Right. And our live discussions will go right onto YouTube.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Well, do you want to start with your journey?
Well, what I would like to ask you is what led you to going to the doctor for hormone replacement therapy? Okay.
So what started was a conversation with John about my lack of libido.
Okay.
It just went away. It just wasn't there. And he was taking that like I wasn't attracted to him anymore.
Right.
So he was struggling with like, I just want to feel like you want me. And I was like, I want to cuddle. Like I just, I just didn't have any desire. And I felt bad because I felt like I was the problem.
Right.
And at first I thought it was because of my sexual trauma.
Right.
And things that I had been kind of working through spiritually. And I thought, well, this is just all coming up for me.
Well, I'm sure that is
it probably was
huge
part of it. Yeah, you're probably right. It probably was. But I thought, well, I'll go talk to somebody about it. And actually what had happened was a couple of his coworkers' wives had been doing HRT.
Okay.
And they had a very positive response to it. And so I overheard them talking about it. And then I got into the conversation. And they recommended this clinic in Squim where this woman said, if I was starting all over, that's where I would start.
Okay.
So I went there. And she drew blood. And she came back with your estrogen looks good. Pretty normal. Progesterone, you could have a little bit of support there. And your testosterone is way low.
Okay.
And she's like, and that's why you have no libido.
Right.
And this was a clinic that does pelleting.
Okay. And I'm not sure what pelleting is.
Pelleting, they take their tiny little pellets of the what's it called?
Bioidentical.
Bioidentical. It was testosterone for me, but they also have estrogen ones. And they cut a little slit in your hip and they put the pellet in there and it slow releases over 3 months.
Oh, interesting.
Into your body. It took about a month for it to kick in for me, the testosterone. And then when it did, I was like, wow, it sure feels good to want to have sex again.
Right.
Like, because I hadn't in so long. And I was like, this was it. This was the problem. I was like, my hormones were off. I just needed this. And then the first 3 months with the first pellet. Okay. I went back in to get the second pelleting after the 3 months. Mm-hmm. And then my experience was not as great that time around.
So what was the difference?
Well, I started to get a lot of like whiskers on my chin, dry mouth, dry eyes. My eyes were so blurry.
Oh, interesting.
I couldn't see, and I didn't feel good. And what happened was, I think my body took in these other hormones, and my estrogen got all messed up because of it. Mm-hmm. So then she gave me these supplements that are supposed to flush estrogen out of your body, which made the problem even worse.
Oh, okay.
So I had supplements on top of the HRT, and I was a wreck. I did not feel good. It was not worth it, and they're like $400 a pellet.
That's expensive.
Yeah.
Wow.
So then after that, I was like, I'm not doing this. A year ago, this month, was when I had my last pellet put in.
Okay.
And then I felt like this whole time my body was still just adjusting. Mm-hmm. But now I just had my labs drawn, and they're saying I'm post-menopausal levels. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's a huge, and especially at your age.
In 1 year, I'm only 43. Mm-hmm. I bled 58 days ago.
Okay.
So I don't know what's going on. I'm all over the place.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because when I was in my do you mind my sharing?
Please.
Okay. When I was in my 30s, my mid 30s, I was having super duper duper heavy flow through, anyhow, I don't need to go into super detail about that, but super duper heavy flow. And
for days?
For days on end. But they would last between 4 and 6, 7 days.
Okay. But heavy the whole time?
Most of the time.
Okay.
Yeah, and it would start to trail off the last day or two. And then I watched a show called Forks Over Knives, and it was about eating a plant-based diet. And so my husband at the time, he and I decided, let's do that. Let's try it. So we did. We both went plant-based and ate completely vegan for 2 solid years. Within the first year, my cycles were like that of a 12-year-old. Like, I had no cramps, no heavy bleeding, no night sweats anymore. It just completely restored my hormone levels.
Wow.
Right. And as you know, I've always been in and out of fasting, and I did say that I started fasting at 9, but I was wrong. That was 11.
Okay.
So I think that eating a vegan diet, you're not taking in animal products that have been pumped with hormones.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that has a huge effect on the body. And now I eat dairy, and I eat, chicken and beef. I avoid pork, but I've done some extensive fasting in the last few years. But I'm 51, and I started noticing about 3 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago, I started noticing that I might skip a cycle here and there. And now it's been probably 6 months, and they're so mild. So mild.
But you are still getting it every month?
No. Like, it's been about 6 or 7 months. 4, 5 or 6.
Since it's happened at all?
Yeah. Okay. And it's so trace when it does. Sometimes it'll just be like, oh, I think that maybe I would be having a cycle.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's been so easy. And depending on what's going on, like if there's a lot of stress, which I'm generally not overcome by stress. I'm usually pretty mild in that department. But I'm like, would that have been a hot flash? I mean, like, I'll feel some heat, but I'm not ever overwhelmed with the sweat or sometimes my ears will get hot, or it's just interesting.
How long have you been back eating and drinking animal foods?
Probably after my divorce, 2016, I went vegan for a little while, and then vegetarian for a little while, and then I was back into eating most things.
Okay.
I'm still very picky with my diet.
I was just trying to make the correlation between, you said 6 months ago.
Gotcha.
So I was trying to see if that was correlated at all with what you decided to then start putting back into your body.
Well, actually, okay, so this is interesting. 2 years ago for Lent, I did a 40-day fast. So, and I only drank water. And there were a couple of mornings that I drank black coffee. But for the most part in that 40 days, it was just water.
Okay.
And that had definitely helped reset the system too. And then last year I did a 30-day fast. So those two things will help reset the system as well.
I feel like it's important right now just to say, like, fasting is great, but you definitely, like, don't enter into a 30 or 40 day fast, like, right now. Like, when you don't know what your body can.
Right.
Like, you had been fasting for many, many years. You knew what you could handle. I'm just saying it can be dangerous sometimes to just do that.
I agree.
So
don't just jump into it.
Yeah, get some support. I mean, even talking to Mel, like, talk to her about
Talk to me. I would love to share my experiences with fasting. I will tell you, after that 40-day fast and the 30-day fast both, I lost so much hair.
Oh.
Well, it wasn't like right away. I didn't lose hair right away. But, I mean, you are essentially tearing your system apart and then rebuilding it back up.
Okay, see, that's also really interesting when you think about pregnancy does that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or after you have a baby, you start to, like, get, like, the baby hairs growing back and stuff. But it's hormone related.
It's hormone related.
So fasting is connected with that, clearly.
Absolutely.
We don't have it together yet, but when we set up our retreat, we plan on making it a fasting retreat.
Yes.
Because we want to offer transformation on all levels. Physical, mental, emotional, psychological, like all of that. Yeah. Because that's really a hard reset and where people find the most benefit, I think.
Absolutely. I've always found that if you're struggling with something, changing the diet is the foundation. Like, going vegan helped me tremendously. I am not vegan now. I don't think that vegan lifestyle maybe it is great for some, for their whole lives, but not for me. My body loves red meat. So.
In what way? How do you know?
Okay, so if I eat red meat.
Me. I was still feeding John and the boys normal, like we eat, and just myself. And I had a terrible response to it.
To being vegetarian?
Yes.
Did you try vegan?
No, but my mouth was like, I had burning tongue.
You told me that.
Yeah, so bad that I was like, I'm missing something here.
Right.
And then once I started going back to eating meat again, it went away. So I don't think that it's a one size fits all.
No, but there's also a detox process that happens when you change your diet. Like, if you omit something, you're naturally going to be expelling something. Your body tries to. It's like when you're doing a fast or when you eliminate something from your diet, your body goes elsewhere to look for those nutrients. And I store up plenty, so my body has no problem finding it.
Interesting.
So when you're in that process, a lot of times there will be symptoms because when it's rooting around looking for nutrients, it's also expelling toxins into the body.
So can I go back to talking about hormones in the food?
Yes.
How do they get there? Do you know?
How do they get the hormones?
Yeah.
They're pumped full of them.
How, like, into their body?
Yeah, they inject it into the animals.
Okay.
To make them grow faster. So, like, let me give you an example. A cow in the 1920s could produce 9 gallons of milk a day. That's what they produce. By the 1950s, because with hormone therapy with these cows, they were producing over 20 gallons of milk a day. By the 90s, they were producing over 50 gallons of milk a day. So those hormones are being pumped into the milk. Not to mention, okay, I'll go back to that, but we're talking about hormones. Just the way the cattle are treated. You know what I mean? We'll go back to that. So with all of that, the production of that excess milk, it doesn't have as many nutrients in it, one, because the cows cannot sustain that. And then those hormones are flooded into the milk.
Okay. So is there a way to get to not have it? Like, is there certain sources where you can get hormone-free milk, like at a dairy farm?
Well, yeah. There's another one of my things. It's really difficult to find that perfect, and I'm going to save that for another day. Yes, you can get hormone-free milk and organic milk. You can find that.
But organic doesn't always mean hormone-free.
Right, but you have to look and see. It will tell you.
Say on the package, on the bottle, or the carton?
Yeah.
It will?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go check out my milk. We get organic, but I'm not convinced it's not.
Right.
Doesn't have hormones in it.
I did talk to someone at a local dairy, and I'm not sure that they use all the standards that you'd want. I mean, if we, and I think that's what Annabelle was saying in the gateway we had. It's sometimes some of the things that you focus on, can be such a distraction from what's most important.
Yeah, she was talking about how, like, try not to get overwhelmed by this causes this. That you really just need to go inward and be like, is this something that's beneficial for me? And feel into that intuitively, because it's not one size fits all.
It is not one size fits all.
And we have a lot of societal pressure to believe a certain way. And sometimes those beliefs are not supporting the results we're going for.
Right, exactly.
And yet, if we do it anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things that I've found that has been really helpful for me in the process of going through, because there are some symptoms. Like, my niece was telling me the other day that loud noises make her ears go, wah, wah, wah. Well, I did experience that. I did go through that for about 2 years or so. Like at the salon, loud noises, people talking loud. It just makes the eardrums feel like someone's tapping on them.
Interesting, but only for a period of time.
Just during that, for a couple years I had that. But I wasn't aware that it was a menopausal symptom.
Wow.
Yeah. Or a perimenopausal symptom, or whatever.
So I reached out to my aunts because my mom had a hysterectomy, and so I have no idea. I can't use her as a gauge.
Right. Okay.
So, because this is very early by regular standards for me to be going through this. And so my mom she done nothing for me. And then I reached out to my aunts, and one of my aunts is like, sorry, I had a hysterectomy too.
Okay.
And then another one was like, I started experiencing around my 50th birthday is what she said. And I thought, okay, well, that's normal. But she didn't have any, she's like, I've never had any problems, women problems.
Well, good.
Whereas the other women in the family all did. So it's interesting for me to kind of see a pattern. Thankfully, I have so many. My mom's one of 8. So there's like a lot to kind of take from. But even if it was the case that my aunt started early, I mean, yes, there's probably a genetic reason for that.
Yeah.
But also, it could just be me.
We are all different.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I started my cycle young too. I was 10.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's part of why in my journey, I'm so glad that I grew up in a house where we didn't go to the doctor for everything. My mom, a couple of times when she thought we were dying, would take us to the doctor. Other than that, we didn't go and seek out treatment for anything.
Yeah.
So that wasn't in my psyche. That wasn't something, oh, if you have a symptom, go to the doctor. So like when I was having joint pain, I would just change my diet. Like if I eat just meat and vegetables, inflammation in my body goes away. So that's how I would treat myself. And another thing, like the rebounder that I have, jumping on a trampoline, that increases your body's ability to produce hormones. It's its own hormone therapy, really. Just jumping on a rebounder. Yeah. It's so crazy cool. So those are some of the ways I have chosen to.
Yeah. And they've been helpful for you.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to just see, like, I have some topics here.
Yeah.
Who profits from fear of aging?
I work in the beauty industry. Do I ever know who profits? Like
you're like, it's me.
You have gray hair. Come in and let me color it. Do you know how many women I talk out of coloring their hair?
Good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I'm biased, but
well, and I'm not coloring mine.
Yeah.
So hair color industries, cosmetic industries, doctors that can push surgeries on people.
Or HRT.
HRT. There are, well, in the cosmetic industries altogether, like, it's crazy.
And I think that menopause comes with fear for a lot of women. It's like, oh my gosh, what's happening, and what does that mean for me? Because we haven't been educated very well.
Well, and when men and women get divorces, a lot of men want to replace their women with younger women. So that makes us really want to strive to look younger and
oh my gosh, that could, just in you saying that, do you remember in the Gateway where we were talking about with Annabelle how when we step through that portal, all of a sudden we stop worrying about what everybody else needs and we start, it's just me?
Yep.
I think that has a big part of why women or men draw back from women that have stepped through the portal. All of a sudden, like, what, you're not going to meet my needs anymore?
Right. Exactly.
I got to go younger. Somebody who's going to meet my needs.
That's right.
Focus on me.
Yes, exactly.
Rather than on you and what you need and what serves you.
Right.
It really is a special time, I think, for women.
Well, it is. And it's like what we were talking about right after that, too, where a lot of women's spiritual gifts unfold when they're going through menopause.
It's interesting to me how that correlates with menopause and a lack of desire for sex.
Right.
Because creativity is associated with sexual energy.
Right.
And a lot of times spiritual stuff is
right.
But that sexual kind of energy is kind of pulled out of it.
Well, it's transmuted upward into the creativity space. So here's where your sexual energy is. And sending that sexual energy up to the heart and into the throat, it helps us to be more creative and more grandmotherly, right?
Yeah.
So, like, oh my gosh, you should see me with my great nephew and my great nephews we just have the greatest time.
Do you think there's a benefit to women becoming less sexually active?
I don't think one necessarily has to become less sexually active. You know what I mean?
What if they want to?
They should be welcome to doing that. I've been single for the majority of 10 years, so I don't have to be sexually active. But I'd like to think I certainly could be, you know.
Well, you could.
But
it's always been kind of driven by the woman and what she allows to happen.
True. True. So, but I'm just, transmuting that energy.
Yeah, that's interesting to me. That it's just the energy is...
relocated.
Yes, it's relocated and coming out in a different way.
Yes. And into spiritual. I mean, you transmute it to where you want it.
It's about connection too, because you talk about the spiritual gifts come out, and a woman is less focused on that connection with her partner in a sexual way.
Right.
It's connecting with others through the voice or spiritually connecting to the all.
Right.
Like, isn't that so interesting?
That can also draw you so much closer to your partner too, because there's so many other ways to connect with them.
If they're open to it and realize, oh, this is just changing.
Right.
It doesn't mean we're coming apart.
Right.
That's probably where a lot of relationships falter.
Right. But it'll probably bring you back more sexually too, if you're connected in all of those ways.
Because it's a cycle.
And seen. Yeah.
It's a cycle.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Is there anything else on here?
Let's see.
Is it? Yeah. We talked about the hormones in food. I think that's why it's contributing to early children maturing earlier and women going into menopause earlier.
So there's a lot of supplements out there that are marketed for menopause, and I don't really know much about a lot of them because I don't take them, but I do think that sleep is important, and magnesium. I take a product called it's called Magnesium Breakthrough. You can get it down at Peninsula Wellness and Performance. My friend Jacqueline you met Jacqueline. She and her husband own Peninsula Wellness and Performance, and they have a great supplement section. So what I love about the magnesium breakthrough is it has 8 forms of magnesium in it. And there are, generally when you're going to get magnesium, you're going to get magnesium citrate. That's great. But that does, it doesn't cover all the bases of all the forms of magnesium. They all do different things. Some help you sleep, some help you with your bowels, some are great for joints, some are great for heart health. You know what I mean? So if you're getting in a great combination, you sleep great, you feel great. So that's something else that I have.
Can you take it in the morning? Will it make you sleepy?
No, I think that you could take it in the morning. In fact, my coworker told me she takes it in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah. So I like to take it in the evening before I go to bed. There's a drink form, and I just love to sip on that before I go to bed. It's either that or wine, so.
I try to limit my liquids before bed, otherwise I'm up 2 or 3 times.
It's interesting because I managed to do that and still get sleep through the night.
Do you?
Yeah.
John's like amazing. I'm like, are you a camel? Like, he never gets up to go pee in the middle of the night.
Right.
And I'm up, but I'm also having night sweats and hot flashes now. Like, just in the past couple weeks, big time when I'm sleeping. I'm
wondering if just a 24-hour fast or something like that, just drinking water and maybe green tea or something like that, would help you to eliminate some of whatever is going on there. Yeah. I'd give that a shot. Maybe eat a little soy, like some tofu. It's not going to hurt you. Yeah. Yeah. I actually like organic tofu. I love organic tofu.
Where do you get your organic tofu?
Oh, I'm a country air shopper.
Okay.
Yeah. Sunny Farms sometimes if I'm in that area.
I gotta go there today.
Yeah.
Okay, well, did we touch on everything we wanted to touch on?
I think so. I think we covered quite a bit. If anybody has any questions, I would absolutely love to go deeper. If you want to know more about either one of our journeys specifically, just reach out. Just leave us a
I kind of want to hear about yours. Like,
yes,
tell
please.
me about your journey too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, everybody's is different, but also similar.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that we are talking about this is great.
Yeah, we do.
More and more women are talking about it. More and more research is being done on it, which is wonderful. My relationship with science is kind of, science is great, don't get me wrong, but it is not definitive.
Right. Absolutely.
And so I think it's great for research to help us grow in our knowledge of the world. But also realizing that it's going to evolve. We're going to learn new things and it's going to change. But ultimately, it's just kind of this coming together of women that I'm really enjoying with this conversation. And it's something that we all go through.
Yes. We might as well talk about it.
And, men should too.
Yeah, well, and if they want to have an understanding of what their wives are going through.
Yes, or their moms or their sisters. Like, 100%. If you have a woman in your life, you probably should understand this is huge.
Yeah, this is not a secret.
No, and it shouldn't be. And there shouldn't be shame around it. And I think there has been for a long time.
Yep.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, I've offended people by talking about my cycle if there was a man around. I'm like, get over it. Women have periods.
I'm supposed to talk about something that happens every month.
Yeah.
It's a huge part of my life.
Yeah, it offended me that I offended him. I'm kidding.
That just goes to show the discomfort, though.
Yeah. Really
people
sad.
are uncomfortable because they don't understand it.
They don't understand
and that's why talking about it is great.
Yeah. I had that freedom of talking about it with both of my parents growing up, which was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good.
Okay. Yep. Well, we want to hear from you. Yeah, thanks for being here today.
Yep.
And reach out. We'd love to hear about your journey, whether you want to send a private message. If you don't want to be public about it, totally understand. But...
Hi, Mary. My friend Mary Robinson's on. Hi.
It's funny. The first time that live really started happening on Facebook, I tuned into this guy that I went to high school with. Didn't even know him real well. And he did that to me. He saw that I came up and he's like, hey, Katie. And I went, ah! Oh!
Well, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled she's there.
It's like, he saw me. No, I'm more used to it, but it was scary then. Anyway, thanks for being here.
Yes. See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Peace out.